Hi guys, John the Firearms Instructor. Welcome back to our channel. I'd like to thank freeflorida.net for sponsoring this video. freeflorida.net is a family-owned t-shirt shop in Florida that specializes in 2A friendly tees. They carry women's tees, men's tees. They carry long sleeve t-shirts, SPF 50 shirts, all kinds of stuff. Guys, if you're looking for a good quality shirt with some cool 2A slogans on there, check out freeflorida.net. If you look down below, there is a discount code in our description to get you 10% off. Thank you, freeflorida.net, for sponsoring this video. Hi guys, John the Firearms Instructor, and welcome back to our channel. Today is Tuesday, so always put something quick together for you for Tactical Tuesday. And today we're going to talk nothing but grip. I think this is the one thing that most students have a problem with when they begin to shoot. And we have actually put an ebook together, which will be in the description down below, to help you really lock down your grip to become a better shooter to begin with. But I've got the dummy gun today. We'll be pointing it at the camera and things like that, but it is a rubber Glock-like gun. And it's we want to make sure that you get the full view of this. So I want to talk to you basically how to pick the gun up first. I know this is elementary, guys, but this is sort of our foundation, not including your feet, but when you get a hold of here, you want to make sure you have a good foundation on the firearm, because where the inaccuracy comes from is not having control of the weapon. A pistol is the hardest thing to shoot, and the reason why it is because you only have 2 points of contact, and we can't give both pieces 100%, or we're going to be causing too much torque on the firearm. So let's start with our dominant hand. I'm right-handed. If you're right-handed, this is your right hand. And that's what you would pick the gun up with first. I see a lot of people pick the gun up with their wrong hand and put it in a, you want to pick the gun up like you're going to fight with it. Never pick the gun up twice. Always pick the gun up like you mean it. So you want to pick it up as high as you can. It's one of my peeves when new students pick the gun up with some hesitancy, or they're afraid it's going to fire when they pick it up. It's an inanimate object. It does nothing but what you want it to do. But I understand some of them being a little fearful of it if they come from states that have demonized these. But they're just a tool. A tool needs to be operated. So let's start with making a pistol. If you make a pistol to pick a gun up, the chances are your finger will not go on the trigger. And that's one of our rules of safety, right? Remember, treat the weapon if it's always loaded. Keep your finger off the trigger till you're ready to fire. Never point the weapon at anything you love to destroy. Always know your target and what's beyond. These are all important things we need to make. So let's make that pistol and pick up that pistol. Now, once we pick that pistol up, what have we done? We've kept our finger off the trigger. We're holding the gun high here with our fingers, right here. We're underneath the trigger well as best we can, and we're high on the tang. We're not giving ourselves any kind of gap. If you don't hold that gun high, that weapon wants to tend to want to flip. A firearm's a bully, and whatever you give it, it's going to take. So our very first step would be pull up as high as we can on the tang, keep our finger off the trigger, and wrap our fingers around the grip like that. Now, what we've done there, guys, is we've made a void or a gap. And this is where this hand goes. You want to turn your thumb, your hand, and get that wrist at some kind of a locking. I can't lock it all the way out. It really hurts me. I have a bad wrist. But I kind of index my thumb towards the target a little bit, and then I lay it in there so it fills that void and along the slide. The slide will not hurt you as long as you keep your thumb down on this left side. You don't want your finger back here. That will bite you if that slide comes back. But 2 thumbs forward, finding that void or that puzzle piece, there's your puzzle piece. You're going to put your other hand in there. And then from there, you've got the proper grip, which in turn will keep the gun level. When you engage the trigger, it's going to stay level because this wrist is almost locked out already. What the tendency of the people to do is they'll take this hand and for some reason want to put this hand here and lock that thumb against the gun, thinking they had better control. The problem with this is all your power, all your strength, and all your control comes from your non-dominant hand. In the book we wrote, the ebook, I kind of explained the power band basically between the two hands. If we were to squeeze really hard with our right hand, look what happens to the gun. It slides off to the right. And same thing if you're left-handed, it's going to slide off the left. It does that. But if we hold a percentage of less power with our dominant hand and more power with our non-dominant hand, at that point in time, we're going to level the pistol out, and it's going to make it a lot easier for us to keep the gun positioned straight and cleaned and level. Remember, a level gun shoots level. If the front post is low, no matter what we do, that bullet's going to be impacting low. So your proper grip starts with your dominant hand picking the weapon up, keeping your finger off the trigger, and your non-dominant hand fills that void. When you fill that void, you're going to control muzzle flip. And muzzle flip is when you get that real flippiness to it. Now, a couple tips for you. Once you've got a good grip, you then can use your chest muscles, gentlemen, to drive that weapon towards the target. Or women, use your back muscles by driving out with your dominant hand and pulling back with your non-dominant hand. What we're trying to do, if you think about this, I have the weapon in my hand, majority of people hold the pistol by putting pressure here and putting pressure here. What you want is you want pressure here and here and here and here. And the only way to do that, you're going to have more pressure going forward and backwards than right and left. So let's talk about 40% pressure with this hand, right? And 60% pressure with this hand. If you kind of think about it, guys, it's more mathematically makes sense. Out of the thumb and the trigger finger are gone. So we only have 3 fingers holding onto the weapon on this side, where we have 4 fingers on your non-dominant side. So at that point in time, when we put them together, we're going to get that control we're looking for, forward, back, right, and left, and get that 360-degree fatness around the pistol. And then you'll feel more confident. Most people tend to start out decent and lose their control because they're not gripping properly. They're going to have to over grip. How many people do you see in the range that always open their grips after they shoot, or they feel like they just don't have control? If you're driving the weapon properly, you're going to control the weapon, especially if you stick to 5 shots, guys. Most of you can control 5 shots without having too much inaccuracy involved. It's when you start putting high amount of rounds in the gun. Let's say it holds 15 rounds and you shoot 15 rounds. Guess what? About 6, 7, 8, you're all over the place. And those are the ones that you pick up the bad habit with. So proper grip starts with your finger off the trigger. Hold it up there, bring it around, find that void, lock it in. Then drive it out with your chest muscles, gentlemen. Ladies, push and pull, push out, pull back, and you'll feel you have control as well. Guys, if you'd like to learn more, check out our newest ebook. It all talks about Get a Grip, as well as the name of the book. And it talks about how to properly hold a pistol. It's in the link below. You will enjoy it. It's a good read. Not very long, but it's got all my information in there. We'd love to have you get one. Check out the link below. Until next time, God bless, be safe, and remember, you are your first line of defense. Guys, if you like what we're doing, and I hope you are, please don't forget to hit the bell icon, like, and the subscribe button. And every time we upload a video just like this one, you'll be first to know. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button